Hey everyone, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel as we continue talking about the horror movies of the 1980s and the year 1982. And today we're taking a trip to Australia for the film known as Next of Kin. Now, this one found it on YouTube. Now, YouTube has come in clutch, big time for me with a lot of these, a lot of these more obscure horror films. And this one was a pleasant surprise. Now, is it my favorite film that I've seen so far? No, but I think there's a lot to like about this one. It does have a little bit of a slower pace to it. It is a slow burn. Hour and 29 minutes, but it is a bit of a slow burn with this one. But the acting is pretty exceptional. The acting is done pretty well. The actress who plays our main protagonist of the film, her name is Linda, and she basically inherits almost like this old like mansion that is now turned into a retirement home for senior citizens. Her mother has passed away and has left her this place. And now she has to try to figure out, what am I going to do with this? And, in the meantime, when she's there, things start happening. And almost like a supernatural, like something supernatural is going on. But this film, without really spoiling it, guys, I mean, if you look this one up, it will come under the slasher genre. Because, yes, we do have moments that seem very supernatural, but at the end of the day, this is a slasher film. Like I said, a little bit of a slow burn, but once things start picking up, I'd say like the last 20 minutes, things really ramp up big time. But the musical score for this film is absolutely fantastic. It reminds me, there's right at the beginning, there's like this drum beat that starts to happen, and it feels very like giallo. Like that's what it feels like. It feels like an Italian horror film, the way that this thing is set, almost like like Goblin, something along that line. And there are other different scores that are used in this film that are just again fantastic. This film is worth watching alone, just for the score. I mean, honestly, it really is. It's very intense, and you hear like that drum beat. You're like, okay, something big is going to happen, but really, it's just like setting that mood. It's not necessarily something's going to happen in that particular scene, but just setting the mood for just how intense this film can be. And once we get towards the end, and we're seeing like the slasher element finally play out in the film, and we finally figure out who is what is going on, who's involved with everything that's going on. The payoff, the payoff to the end of this film is just I don't think you could write it any better. Like I absolutely loved the ending to this film. The last 5 minutes of this film is just so it's intense, but in a very subtle way. And I don't want to spoil it though for you guys if you haven't watched this one. Next of Kin from 1982, guys, you gotta look it up on YouTube. Definitely worth watching. Like I said, the musical score, really good. The acting from our main lead is really good too. And the payoff in the last 5 minutes to this film it's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. And it's something that I've thought about. I watched this last night and it's something I've thought about all day long. Like I don't think I could have thought for this particular film, I don't think they could have done anything better as far as the ending goes. The payoff was perfection. For this particular film and how everything played off throughout the entire film, the ending was just magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. And this is one of the things I'm gonna have to look into to see. Guys, usually I go ahead and check to see, is there a release for this? Is there a Blu-ray release or a 4K release for this? I did not get a chance to check that out ahead of time. I probably should have, but didn't get a chance to check it out. But it is one that I think definitely, if I can track it down and if there is a release for it, I will definitely have to add this one to the collection. If for anything else, those last 5 minutes are perfection, absolutely perfection. It's tense, but it's subtle, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. So, guys, Next of Kin from 1982. Go find it on YouTube, and I will catch you guys in another episode. Take care. Bye.